When you say significant, exactly how significant are we talking?
1/3 to 3/8, 33% to 38%.
The market's showing a lot of green at this hour, and of course a big part of this story is the tech sector. Most of all, Apple helping out in this realm, up just over 1% at this hour. The report shows that low-wage workers in this state are left out in the cold. $118,000 a year is what a family of 4 needs to survive. It has actually been here since 1978. We're talking an expansive footprint of over 400,000 square feet. On Wall Street this morning, traders are waiting to hear if Fed Chairwoman Janet Yellen will raise interest rates 3 times this year as forecast. Analysts are also looking to hear what Yellen thinks about potentially new tax policy from the Trump administration. It was meant to help spur economic growth in New Jersey's struggling urban centers like here in Elizabeth, in Newark, and Camden. Verizon announced Sunday that it would start offering unlimited data plans to subscribers. Verizon stock is up 0.5% on this news. Apple has added more to the NASDAQ this year than any other stock. Can it keep this momentum going? The hottest housing market in the U.S. is only getting better for investors with enough cash to get in. Seattle ranked among the top 3 rental markets for real estate investors, and it's only getting hotter as job growth continues to surge in the area. This entire area being targeted for redevelopment is 22 acres large, spanning from Newark Penn Station and the Ironbound section all the way past the Prudential Center to Broad Street, where you can make out the dome of City Hall. The dollar hitting a 2-week high against the yen with another round of solid gains on Monday. Turnpike Authority says they won't be collecting any additional new revenue from this new exit ramp. It's going to be a $1.50 toll. Macy's planning to cut 10,000 jobs, and Barron's is reporting that the retailer is poised to see shares potentially rise 50% in a potential sale. The retailer is slashing brick-and-mortar storefronts and reinvesting in its online reach. Meanwhile, Sears Holdings shares are soaring. Project planners and elected officials said today that the Gateway project is moving forward. However, without support from President-elect Donald Trump, this whole plan could be crushed. Copper price is up over 4% right now after a strike at the world's largest copper mine. The census shows that over 70% of residents here are either Hispanic or Latino. Protesters in Denver pushed their way into a Wells Fargo branch on Friday, halting business operations there. They targeted the bank for its role providing credit to the contractor building the Dakota Access Pipeline. Critics of the pipeline say it violates treaties with Native Americans and is an environmental hazard. Wells Fargo issued a statement saying it is committed to environment sustainability and human rights. It is one of 17 financial institutions involved in financing the project. Construction of the pipeline is authorized to resume near the Standing Rock Tribal Reservation. Wells Fargo stock up 0.2% at this hour. Think your boss is the worst? If your boss is a bully, that behavior might be affecting not only your mental health, but your behavior on the job as well. Toxic work environments are not only bad for employees, they're bad for business too. A study by the British Psychological Society found people whose bosses display narcissistic or psychopathic traits not only feel more depressed, they're also more likely to engage in bad behavior on the job. Participants in this study reported low job satisfaction and scored higher for clinical depression when they worked with bosses who exhibited a strong desire for power and a lack of empathy, potentially impacting the bottom line. The lead researcher said managers who exhibit these, quote, dark traits can be bad for organizations because they can create a toxic environment for all involved. For Consumer Watch, I'm Christie Duffy.